Hello, welcome to Wordsworth Model Railway. My name's Mike and we have another episode of Let's Build a Card Kit. Today's card kit is the new Gate Keepers Cottage. It's a pretty simple construction and I'm sure someone will have a space on their layout that requires this kit. So let's get started. We'll get straight into it. I've already got my outer pieces glued to some 1mm card, and then I've got the subsections glued to 2mm card. So what I'll do is I'll cut out the walls and then we'll go from there. Okay, we've got the outer walls cut out. What we'll do now is we'll put these to one side and we'll move our attention to the inner sub walls, which is on 2mm card. So we'll cut these out, ignore the chimneys for now. Let's concentrate on these outer walls. So I'm not going to bore you again. I'll get these cut out and then we'll come back. Okay, so we've now got the inner sub wall sections cut out. What we need to do is get our outer walls, and basically all we're going to do is overglue these onto the inner walls like so, and what you end up with is 4 complete walls for the Gate Keepers Cottage. Now I'll give you a little bit of insight to this Gate Keepers Cottage. It can be a level crossing building where the gentleman will come out and he'll look after the level crossings, or it's a cottage or lodge that you might find on those country estates where they have the main gates onto the estate. So the kit's been designed round that idea. How you actually use it on your own layout is entirely up to you. That's what these kits are for. You take them away and you use them and adapt them so that they suit your own layout. So with that in mind, let me get these glued together now. Right, we've got our wall sections glued together. I've just got them held with these Boston clips or bulldog clips. All depends what country you come from and what terminology you use them in. But we just need to let these dry now. So what we'll do is we'll start work on the chimney sections. So let me just put these to one side and then we'll get cutting the chimney sections out. So these are the chimney stacks. These form one, these form the other, because there's 2 per cottage, one on either end. So let me get these cut out and then I'll show you how we proceed. Okay, I've got the 4 pieces cut out. Let's just move that piece. 4 pieces cut out that form the first chimney stack on one side, and it's quite simple. That will glue onto there. That will glue. That will glue onto there, and then when their glue is set, you'll turn it over. And then you'll glue that piece onto there. So let's set about gluing these 4 sections together, and then basically you just repeat this for the second chimney stack. Okay, we've got the chimney stacks glued together. Once again we've got them held with the bulldog clips. So we need to now just let these set to one side till that glue sets. Okay, what we're going to do now is glue this chimney stack top to this part of the chimney. Now just bear with me whilst we get a little bit of PVA. There we go, that's all we need. Then we'll place that onto there, make sure it's square. Once we're happy, secure it again with 2 clips, and let's set that one aside to dry. Okay, we're moving back to our wall sections, and what we're going to do is glue these together. And in the kit, if I can find it, there's a section that shows you how the walls fit together. Here we go. So basically, this is a chimney wall. There's the chimney section there. Basically that'll go onto the plan. I mean, obviously don't glue it to the plan, but the plan's there to show you how the walls all butt up to each other, just like so, and then that forms the basic construction for the building outer walls. So let me get these glued together for you now. So we've got the 4 walls now glued together. What we'll do is we'll actually put this under roof section on, which then holds the holding ridges for the main supporting roof. So let's get that done right now, shall we? So we've got the cottage roof section cut out. Basically it will just sit on, make sure you get the chimney ends right. That's going to just sit on like that, and then once that's glued in place, we can then get our chimney pieces which glue onto the side of the building like so. So let's get this piece glued onto the top of here. Okay, we've got our roof section glued on. What we need to do is just put this to one side for now, and we turn our attention back to these chimney stacks. What we've got to do is cover up these raw edges now. So let me get the sheet that we require for that. So these are chimney stack side coverings. They have some red lines drawn through them. They're the fold lines. So what I'll do is I'll get these cut out and I'll show you how we proceed. Okay, we've got the side pieces cut out. Now you'll notice there is a left and right, so you have to get this correct, and that's because this is thicker at the top than the bottom. Well, basically what will happen is the thick piece will glue round the top. Let me get this square. It'll drop down the sides, it'll fold over the chamfer and then onto the straight piece at the bottom, and that covers up all those raw card edges and gives you a nice finish. So let's apply some glue and get these onto this chimney stack. So we've got the sides covered. That's how it looks. Don't worry about the top just yet, there's another piece to go on there. But what we want to do is bring back as main building, and we glue that chimney stack to that side. All we've got to do then is repeat the process that we carried out for this piece, so it fits in that side, and then we're good to move on. I won't bore you building this second chimney stack up, but you've seen how it's done. Repeat it and then glue it into this side. Okay, let's continue. We've got both chimney stacks glued on. What we're going to deal with at this stage are these corner cover sections. So we'll put this out of the way. These are the corner wall cover sections I was talking about. There's a red line going through the centre. There are fold lines. Once again, just in case no one's seen any previous videos, use an empty big pen. It's got no ink in it at all, but the roller ball that's inside the nib there makes a nice line, so you can actually fold these into a nice neat 90-degree corner that wraps around the building lovely. So just a couple of screws and I'll get these cut out. So I've got the 4 corner pieces cut out. Got the usual white, I've got the usual pencil line down where it folds. Just makes it nice and simple to see where everything's going. What we'll do is we'll put these 3 to one side and we'll apply some prick glue just down the centre of each flap, not the centre of the piece but each flap. Let's get the building. Now this is where it gets tricky. Get the piece, get the corner you want to actually glue, slip it on like so, and just apply some nice light but firm pressure to get that glue spread out. If you have trouble getting into there, this is where the off pieces of card come in. Just helps to get it nice and onto that roof edge. And that's the first one done. Simple as that. Covers up. There's the bare section. There's the new corner section. So I'll carry on and do the other 4 pieces off camera and then we'll get back. Okay, the next thing we're going to add to the kit are these 2 roof hip sections. Note the little cutouts. They'll form a cross section that will sit on top of the building, and then the roof will lap onto that and stay nice and secure. So let's get these cut out. Okay, we've got our roof sections cut out, and basically this one will lift up, apply some glue, and then that will slot down there. Bit of a wiggle, there we go, and then that will glue will set, and then we'll then glue this section onto the main building. So let's get this done. So we've now got the ridge roof supports glued in place. What we need to do now is actually get those glued to the top of the building, and you'll see there's some dotted red lines. Basically we're going to glue these so they fit on the building like so. So let's get some glue applied to this section. What we'll do down this leg first. Turn it 90 degrees. There we go. Got enough glue on there. Bring the kit back into view. And basically we're going from corner to corner. Right. Just apply a little bit of pressure. Right. We'll just leave this to one side now for it to dry. So we're now ready to actually put the roof onto our Gate Keepers Cottage. What we'll do is we'll cut this out, and then what we have to do is score down each one of these lines so that the roof will form into the complete elevated section. So let me get this cut out and I'll show you what I mean. So this is the roof section cut out. Like I said, I've scored each of the lines, and then if we now apply a bead of glue down here, push together, the roof section raises up to form a pyramid. So what we'll do is we'll get that glued, and then we'll put to one side until it's dry, and then we'll get the Gatekeeper's Cottage down and we'll glue this onto top of the building. So we've now got the roof glued to the Gatekeeper's Cottage. As can be seen, we're nearly there now. What we'll do is we'll turn our attention to the chimney stack coverings. That will just get rid of these nasty end pieces. So the pieces we're after are these two. Now what you'll have to remember when you get your kit is the pages will have all been tidied up, but everything can still be on there. It's just I've had to print several copies, shall we say, during this prototype build. I found a few anomalies that needed adjusting. So at least when you get your kit will be 100% ready to go straight from print, because I've ironed out all the problems on my version. So basically what we're going to do, let's just get rid of this piece and I'll show you on these here. What we're going to do, take our empty ballpoint pen, place the steel rule on the bits that we're going to fold over. 1, 2, 3, spin around 180. One, 2, 3, 290. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Spin a 180. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now all that means is when we come to fold, look at that, nice and simple, no messing about. And then we'll do the other side. Now I've got those in. Like I said, I always like to do the fold lines on the inside. You don't have to do that by any means, it's just something I like to do. I just know where the original piece gets glued onto the model then. So we'll get that. And then we'll get that. So that's what you end up on the reverse side. That piece there's the centre part of the chimney, that's the centre part of the chimney, and then these fold downs what go round and overlap the chimney stack itself. So I'll get these cut out. So we've got our chimney stack covering pieces, and then we'll take one of these and basically we're just going to glue them to the tops of the stacks like so. So let me just get a wee bit of glue onto these. Oops. There we go. Remember to put your pin back in. My eyesight's getting bad. I think I'm due for another eye test. And maybe some new glasses. Right. Like I says, get this piece, get it into position onto the stack. And she glues down just like that. Now what you can do is just get a piece of card just to make sure that's nice and flat. There we go. That's the first piece. Once again, get the next one. Onto each of the flaps, into the centre. Just get this last piece picked up without getting glue all over. Like I said, on we go. Right. That's those pieces on. We'll do the chimney pots last. What we'll tackle now is the ridge details, and for that we're going to need the ridge tiles. So let me get these cut out and we'll go from there. So we've got our 4 ridge pieces cut out. Let's put 3 of them to one side and then bring the kit back. Now these, they are overlong, so you're going to have to trim them down. I've deliberately left them overlong. But basically what we're going to do with each one of these is put them onto the kit like so. So now that we've got that on there, what we can do, just mark down there, mark down here, and then you can turn the kit over and what we're going to do is bring that down into the centre, this piece down into the centre, and you end up with a point like so, and that fits nice and snug onto the roof. So what we'll do is some PVA down the ridge tile, down the ridge tile, and then straight down the centre. Right, now we'll get the first piece. And place it on like so. Down. Right, that's the first piece on. Spin around and we'll come down this side, doing exactly the same. So put it on, mark, cut it off, glue it on. Now completed the ridge tiles, they all go on just how I showed you with the first 2, so that's the view now with the ridge tiles on. Now it's the chimney pots, so out of the way, and we'll get, these are our chimney pots. Let me just roughly cut these out. What I'll do is I'll cut just the 4 out. We've got 2 spare. So let me get 4 of these cut out and we'll go from there. So we've got the chimney pots cut out. This is a barbecue skewer which I find just the right diameter for the chimney pots. Scrap piece of paper. Let's move 3 of these to one side. Get one to show you what I plan on doing. Right, turn it over. Now I normally have a bigger marker pen than this, but on the inside, go down and just take all that white out, because this is the bit you'll actually see inside the pot. That'll do. Now if you had a proper marker pen you could have done that in a couple of strokes. Right, get your piece, get the barbecue skewer. What you're going to do is just pull the barbecue skewer along the piece so it starts to curl. Turn it over. So what you end up with is a piece that looks like that. Now get the glue ready, because this is where the fun begins now. Start to roll. Once you get it started, it goes easy. Round there. And then when you get down to your final little tail, bend it back over. Apply your glue. And continue to roll it. Make sure it's held. You end up with something that looks like that. Basically you just slide it off the tip and that's one chimney pot ready to go onto your kit. So just do the same with these 3 and then we'll place them on the building. So let's finish the kit off. Here's our chimney pots, 2 per stack. So what we'll do, get the glue, get a chimney pot. How people do this in Engage beats me. Right, apply glue to the bottom of the chimney pot. Try not to get the glue all over your fingers. And place the first one onto the stack. There we go, that's the first one. Get the second one. Apply the glue. And place so what you get is that effect. Turn it round. Let's get the other 2 on. PVA. Roll it round. Place onto the chimney stack. And then the last one. Place onto the chimney stack. Right. That is the Gate Keepers Cottage complete. All you need to do now is find a nice spot on your layout and you're good to go. Well, I hope you enjoyed building this kit. I hope the video is of use to you, and I'll catch you again. Bye for now.